Let the new China first realize a society ruled by law. Let's take our time in considering democracy and people's movement. We can use the Singapore model. It could just be a reference. It is impossible to duplicate the Singapore model completely. I've said that the exact way and form of the new China is not decided by me or anyone else. We do not want a single individual to decide it. 1.4 billion people should vote to determine it. What I want is a system decided by 1.4 billion people voting. Such a system is called the Chinese model and Chinese-style righteousness. That is, a people's world not controlled by a family or a party. I heard some people call today's military the family security guard or the party security guard. Should we feel pitiful for them? Not at all. I told them that they were wrong. These people have no choice. These veterans are pitiful. We must help them. The truck drivers are pitiful that they have no choice. If this is the people's world, where people have their own choice, would they be willing to be security guards for the CCP? Would they be willing to kill their compatriots in the June 4th Tiananmen massacre? That is not possible. I said we must think logically, objectively, and in line with the past situation. Will they want to settle? I believe that as long as there is hatred, violence, and seizure of power in human history, it will eventually end with violence. And it will not be accepted by the people, since it is not in line with the interests of the people or any nation. I am determined to oppose violence, the so-called score-settling and violent revolution. Why? What is the greatest revolution in world history? It is the competition between Western capitalism and communism, or, say, between the United States and the former Soviet Union. This situation is similar to how President Reagan utilized technology to achieve the moon landing as a result of the Manhattan Project. Then we saw in the military, there are substantive competitions in all aspects. This has contributed to the disintegration of the former Soviet Union and the fall of the Berlin Wall, which liberated East and West Berlin. Was there a war? Did anyone die? No. The violent war model of the past had become outdated. It was a disaster. That was the stupidest decision, and the results were all disastrous. It was a vicious cycle between good and evil. Choosing evil means is always wrong. Why can't we resolve problems between China and the West in a peaceful way? Let Mr. Xi Jinping see the situation clearly. This is what people want. Didn't he say, the people's yearning for a better life is our goal, right? This can be done. Just do it. We yearn for democracy, the rule of law, freedom, and Chinese-style righteousness. That is the Himalaya. Himalaya is the people's world. It's not literally the Himalayas where we will freeze to death. We really can't climb the Himalayas. If we really climb to the Himalayas, I estimate that we will freeze to death only 1,000th of the way. We will become human jerky then. We're talking about a very high place metaphorically, where we look up and respect. It is a difficult challenge, but it is a goal for us and humanity, and someone will reach the top. It is not that no one can climb up. The one who can reach the top will be the leader. Let me tell you, this is a goal we pursue, and this is ruled by the people.